Up next is a man whose ass I've once seen. Because he's my old roommate, and it's a very hairy ass. This is the best intro anyone's gonna get tonight. His name is Andrew Keane!
Okay, there we go. So I'm really a big fan of Wikipedia because it's pretty much the greatest invention of the 21st century since it's just this repository of human knowledge. But I kind of wonder what the creators of Wikipedia, like what went through their heads. If they were just like, we're going to create the greatest library that has ever existed on the face of this earth, where anyone, the common man, can give their thoughts and what they know about science or technology or art or literature or hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of pages about the Star Trek extended universe. And it's actually like, the thing that always gets me with Wikipedia is like a human being just sat down and said, you know what, the greatest thing it can do to contribute to this repository of information, the total sum of human knowledge, is just going to be an article about boogers. And it actually redirects to dry nasal mucus, so don't worry about that. Also, like, Wikipedia does not allow copyrighted photos to be posted, so what they usually do is editors will just take pictures of the subject matter and submit them. And they do this for bodily fluids. So people just take pictures of their poo or their pee or their snot and just submit them to Wikipedia as a platonic ideal of what those bodily fluids should represent. And I don't know if they like plan it out, like my next bowel movement is going to be the Wikipedia bowel movement. Or if people like it just happens accidentally where someone sneezes, gazes into the tissue and goes, my God, the world must know about this! Mom, get the camera! And it's, well, the articles are great, but the real fun about it is on the talk page. Because, so what do you think the most controversial topic on Wikipedia is? It's probably something political or something where the terminology is really important to the ideas that everyone has about it. The most controversial page on Wikipedia is the current roster of WWE wrestlers. The sum total of words in the talk page for this is 15,000. For comparison, the Epic of Gilgamesh is 14,000 words. Enkidu was born, discovered the real meaning of friendship, and died in his best friend's arms in the time it took the WWE Wikipedia editor community to come to a consensus on who is wrestling and who is not. I'm really, really sorry about anyone with like any spoilers with that. I'm really, really big on just avoiding that. But, so I also hope that if the apocalypse happens, which, you know, it probably will, whatever, like historians and architects, just, architects? I don't know what they have, archaeologists. Whatever. Just discover Wikipedia's servers, and they just go through it to try to find what the cause of the Great Fall was. They can be like, well, it appears that in the latter half of the 21st century, the most controversial topic was if humans who kept cats in their domiciles should be referred to as cat owners, or human companions to cats. We found the last Wikipedia article by date that was edited, and we think it takes place right at the beginning of the fall. I can hear the explosions. They're growing ever closer. Right now I just hear the faint shouts as they come towards me. Please tell my wife that I love her. Our brief years together were more valuable than the decades I spent without her. My name is Robert Isaacson. Oh, open bracket, mark for deletion. Inappropriate use of personal research, not appropriate for Wikipedia, close bracket. And that's the thing I like with Wikipedia is how all the editors get into it. Like they have the list of the list of people that are alive, and it's, as it sounds, a list of everyone who has a Wikipedia page and is alive. It's just, I don't know what the purpose of this is. Are there that many solipsists that just think like, am I the only being alive? Let me check Wikipedia. A handy list. Or, like, is this something more insidious? Are there ghosts on Wikipedia? Because I bet there would be fine editors since they have the time, and pretty much I imagine purgatory is a lot like an office job. And the best use of Wikipedia, of course, is just browsing. And I actually went to the page for Airbud because to save on my rent, I lived in 1997. How many Airbud movies do you think there are? 4? 6? 6? There are 14. There are 14 Airbud movies. For comparison, the Epic of Gilgamesh was on 12 tablets. I don't really have a joke about Airbud, but I just want everyone to know why I moved God from a list of living people to the page of dead people. Thank you very much.